I'm going to try and stay on script, but I have to tell you that I am personally moved by all of you being in this space with us this morning. There's an energy, there's something that happens when people come together around a common vision that changes things. And I believe that's happening this morning. So I would be remiss in not mentioning that. The children in divested communities often face an uphill battle from day one. We witness it in the variance of words that they know when they enter kindergarten. We understand it in the differences in the amount of time that parents spend reading to them before they ever enter into an educational institution. And these disparities, these gaps, are often a cause and an effect that we see over and over again wherever we find ourselves in the nation of the United States. The Junction neighborhood here in central Toledo, the primary focus of this initial phase of success planning, is such a community that has been deeply impacted by poverty and by the social ills that accompany it. Social ills that have demonstrated harmful impact upon the children that live in these streets and in this place. But what many people consider to be a dismal and insurmountable disadvantage, we see as an opportunity. We see it as an opportunity for a great comeback, for a great bounce back, for a story that needs to be told nationally, globally, to inspire others. And you all are a part of that. When we think about some of the statistics of how things currently exist in the Junction neighborhood, we understand that the poverty rate is staggering, nearly 5 times the national average of 11.5%. Junction neighborhood has nearly 54% of its inhabitants living in poverty. When we think about the unemployment rate, nationally the average is around 5% or more. Here in the Junction neighborhood, we exist at 21%. These statistics, along with educational statistics, may seem alarming, but what it is to me is it's a symbol, it's a light that's being flashed right now in our face to tell us that we all need to get involved. Not just these core 4 partners that I'm so thankful for, but all of us. All of us have a responsibility to do something different, to create a different future for the children and the families that live in this community, that are so vibrant, that are so amazing, and that aren't at a disadvantage, but have an advantage that they don't even realize yet. That we can awaken with meaningful relationships to create a hope that doesn't exist yet, but that is placed in the heart of every human being. I'm excited to be here at Jones Leadership Academy of Business. They have an amazing record of 100% graduation rate. We celebrate that. But we also recognize that many of those graduates leave these halls and still have many questions about what the future holds for them. With the challenges that students face from day one, even into the day that they walk across the stage with the diploma in their hands, we understand that individual student and family support is not just needed, it's essential. It's essential for helping these students and these families negotiate the barriers and the obstacles and to create short-term and long-term goals that not only lead to academic success, but lifelong success and break generational cycles. My mother used to say, sometimes you have to tell yourself you've been around the mountain long enough. We've been marching around this mountain long enough in this community. We've had enough families dealing with generational poverty that we just need to be tired of being sick and tired and decide to do something. When I wake up in the morning, at 3:30 in the morning, I'm awakened by a passion that just won't quit, because I believe that the children that live in this community deserve the very best, that their future should not be dictated by where they were born, by the obstacles that they face, but they should be empowered to become the very best because God has placed the very best on the inside of them. And we have an opportunity as a community to come alongside of them, and to help them navigate to unearth that potential. As Dr. Sweeney has already stated, numerous efforts have already been taking place over the years to grapple with all the social ills that we're all too familiar with. What we get to do today is to build upon a foundation, to take up the mantle of those that have come before us, and to continue to do the work every single day to make sure that things get better. This effort that we're embarking upon today is not a standalone program. It's a tool, it's a strategy, and a tool is only as effective as the people that pick up the tool. And so our partners here today, I thank you for their commitments. They've stood up alongside of us to say they're here, ready to do the work. They're ready to help us with their skills, their time, their resources, as well as their connections to make sure that students in this community are supported. But I just want to challenge us, all of us in this room today, that we all know other people that should be hearing this message and that need to be a part of these efforts. Let's not just clap today about what we heard and celebrate this moment, but let's carry this moment outside of this room to the other people that need to hear this, that can be a part of being a solution for the problems that we talk too often about. Thank you so much for your time, and with that, I'd like to introduce Mary Louise from United Way.